You what?
As Liz's legal advisor, we are considering having Jeff declared mentally incompetent.
And you want me to testify in Liz's behalf?
That's what I'm asking.
Can't you handle Jeff's business affairs without going through all that?
I'm not worried about his business affairs. It's just that Jeff refuses to take the medication to extend his life.
You mean the cobalt and the chemotherapy?
That's right.
But that can have some very bad side effects. Not always guaranteed either.
I am aware of that, but many people do take it, and are very glad they did.
Yeah, but not Jeff.
Well, the question is Jeff competent to make that decision?
Look, Jeff is bitter, confused, and frightened. But he knows what he's doing. I do not believe that he is mentally incompetent.
Are you sure?
I may not agree with Jeff's decision, but he has a right to make it.
I can see where you're not going to be any help.
Have you talked to Jeff's doctor?
I'm planning to check with Alex first thing in the morning.
You're really serious about this?
As serious as life.
Mrs. Anderson's insulin level seems to have stabilized.
Well, do you think we should discontinue her medication?
My first impulse is to say yes, but no, not yet. I suggest we wait a few more days.
Very good. You know, most young doctors make the mistake of being too hasty.
Jeff Cummings, that poor guy, he's so young.
And bullheaded.
Got a minute for an old friend?
Well, Mitch, of course. Good to see you. Come in. How long has it been?
Too long, much too long, Alex. How's Colleen and the kids?
Well, she's just fine. How about you?
Oh, I've been busy as an ant at a summer picnic.
Mitch, you know my assistant, Dr. Ben Marsh.
Sure do. As a matter of fact, we're negotiating some legal affairs.
Well, I recommended you to him because you're the finest lawyer in this part of the country.
And the fastest. That was quick work.
Well, I'm not here for that, but I am here on business.
Sit down. I'm not being sued, am I?
Is there something I don't know about? No, I am here on behalf of Liz Cummins. You know, she's considering a petition to have Jeff declared mentally incompetent.
Well, I'll admit I saw this coming. But I don't think I can help you, Mitch.
Well, now, there are two ways I can proceed. With your cooperation or without it.
Well, now, Mitch, you know I want to cooperate. But my first obligation is to the patient.
Your first obligation is to do whatever it takes to save his life and extend it.
Well, Mitch, now I've tried to talk Jeff into taking the cobalt and chemotherapy treatment, but he flatly refuses. Now, I don't agree with that decision, but it is his decision.
So you're telling me you won't cooperate?
I can't. Mitch, I have to respect the doctor-patient relationship. Now, Jeff has the right to die.
Well, I won't take up any of your time for now. I just wanted to save you some time in court.
I'm sorry, Mitch.
Me too. Kiss Colleen for me.
You know, I feel like I'm between a rock and a hard place. Ethically, I can't help Mitch or Jeff.
I know. But for Jeff's sake, I hope Mitch succeeds.
Oh, how clumsy of me.
You can be dangerous, you know that?
I'm just trying to help. I'm sorry. Here are your boxes.
I see that.
I found them, some of them behind the cafeteria, and some of them smell like apples, but they're clean.
Well, that's okay. Apples actually is one of my favorite fragrances.
Oh, mine too. It reminds me of home. May I help you?
You helped enough, Francis. Really, I appreciate you bringing over the boxes. That was nice.
Well, you sure you won't change your mind? Oh, here, I brought you this, just in case you're thirsty.
You sure know how to treat a girl.
You remember that when Russ mistreats you.
Francis, Russ is a great guy, and you know it.
Where is Mr. Macho?
Well, he's out of class now, so 10 to 1 he's out looking for an apartment.
You mean you're moving and you don't have an apartment yet?
Great deduction, yeah.
Well, that means you might not move.
Francis, I hate to disillusion you, but I have to be out of here by Friday.
But what if Russ can't find a place to live and Lori
Look,
comes
I
back?
don't want to
then-
discuss it, all right? Russ said he'd take
Becky, I
care
found
of
an
it.
apartment. Francis. Why don't you go on out and check relative humidity or something?
Russ, he's only trying to help me pack.
It's been my pleasure. Actually, I could use a bit of fresh air.
I think it gets on my nerves
Yeah, well,
sometimes.
forget about him. Tell me about the apartment.
Yeah, well, okay. It's got a floor.
Come on.
It's got a wall. It's got a couple walls. It's got a kitchen. It's got a bathroom.
Russ!
And most important of all, it's got a double bed.
Well, where is it? How much does it cost? What color?
Slow down, one question at a time. I haven't exactly seen it yet. One of the guys on the football team rented it out to me, and
What
he
do you
says,
mean you haven't seen it yet?
well, it's got the two qualifications.
Yeah?
It's close to campus, and it's real cheap.
Sounds great. When do we move in?
Anytime.
Yeah.
We can go by and see it after my 3 o'clock class.
I have a bio makeup lab, 3 to 7.
Okay. That'll give me some time to pack a couple of things up, and then we'll go.
No, I can't wait.
Yeah. What's this?
This cake hits the spot.
I mean, an empty spot. You hardly touched your dinner.
I touched it once. That was enough.
Peter, Dad's doing the best he can.
Dad understands. He couldn't eat his either.
Yeah, Peter's right. I mean, let's face it. Instructions are no instructions, and my cooking isn't fit to eat.
I can't wait till Mom gets on a different schedule. Kind of been spoiled by her food.
Dad, I'm sorry I got back late from Kingsley.
Did you get everything squared away?
I start classes Monday.
Peter, you can't fill up on cake. Now, there's some of Mom's leftovers in the refrigerator.
No, it's okay. I'm going over to Gordy's house. Maybe they haven't finished supper and they'll take pity on me.
He would, too. Peter's such an ingrate.
I think the word's honest. Honey, is everything all right? You've been moping around since you got back.
I'm okay.
Did you see Becky and Russ on campus?
No,
Why not?
because I ran into Mary Ellen first,
Mary Ellen.
a friend of mine. She told me something about Becky.
What now?
It's kind of hard to talk about.
Well, whatever she told you, you ought to check it out with Becky first. That's how gossip gets started, you know.
I wish this was just gossip. Becky and Russ are going to live together off campus.
I'm sorry. I can imagine how that hurt you.
Yeah, it hurts. But not the way you think.
I know you still think a lot about Becky and Russ.
I was hoping that we could still be friends.
Even if they continue to see each other?
Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. I know it can never be the way it was.
Are you still in love with Russ?
No. I'm really not. But I care, Dad. And that's what hurts. I care what happens to Russ. And I care what happens to Becky. And it hurts me to see them messing up their lives.
Then why don't you go tell Becky how you feel?
I don't know if she'd even listen to me. She really loves Russ, Dad.
Sometimes people won't listen, especially when you tell them something for their own good. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try.
May I borrow the car again tomorrow, Dad?
Sure.
You're selfish and hard-headed, and you're not getting away with it this time, Jeff.
Those are some of my better qualities. I've been telling you that for years.
If you won't take the cobalt and chemotherapy treatments for yourself, take them for Jenny and me. Jeff, we love you.
If you love me, you let me die in peace.
You're impossible.
Another one of my qualities, Liz. Listen, I'm tired of repeating myself. I'm going to die with or without those treatments.
Those treatments could extend your life up to 6 months or more.
Big deal. 6 more months of suffering, sickness, or going down to skin and bones? No thanks. I'll take the easy way out.
As usual. At least you could die with dignity.
I'm trying.
Jeff, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
No, you're right. I always take the easy way out. Well, and this time there's not an easy way.
No, but there is a right way.
You've caught it, haven't you?
What?
The Davidsons' firehouse brand of religion.
No. I've made a friend. It's not religion or rules. It hasn't been caught or pushed on me, and I haven't faked it either. I've made a friend. Jesus.
Yeah, well, get a load of what your friend's doing to me.
Jeff, he loves you.
He's got a funny way of showing it.
You've done this to yourself, but you're still alive.
Yeah, that's the cruelest part.
Jeff, let me tell you something. I'm feeling things that I have never felt before. Things so deep that they should scare me, but they don't. Everything around me is falling down, but inside I feel comforted. I feel solid. I know now that as long as you're alive, God can change you too if you just let him.
I'm not going through with those treatments. I had enough suffering.
Jeff, I'm going to file a petition to have you declared mentally incompetent. It won't be your decision whether or not to have these treatments.
That's betrayal, Liz.
Jeff, I'm doing it for you.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Out!
Mitch, file the petition.
Ooh, it's dark. Well, that's what happens when the sun goes down.
Yeah.
Hey, give me your hand, chicken. Is that better?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
What?
Wait a minute. I'm having trouble with this dang lock here. Give me my hand back for a second. Give me my hand back for a second. Come on, you. We might be spending the rest of our lives out here on the porch. There it goes. Now close your eyes.
Why? I can't see anything anyway.
Turn the light on in a second.
Wait. Let's take advantage of the moment.
Ooh, a romanticism. I like that in a woman.
Yeah, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Russ,
Mm-hmm.
do you love me?
You know I do.
You're not just moving in with me because you feel guilty that I can't live with Lori anymore?
I never looked at it like that. Just taking advantage of the situation.
Weaver, don't make fun of me. Come on.
Now, come on, now close your eyes. It's time to see what our very own love now looks like.
Okay, they're closed.
Okay, now, it's fun with the light switches and this place. Okay.
Can I open them? Huh?
Not exactly what I thought it would be like.
It's not at all like I thought it would be. It's just one big room, Russ.
Yeah, real togetherness. I guess Charlie kind of exaggerated a little bit when he told me about the place.
Well, it hasn't got much furniture, but it's got one thing.
What's that? Roaches where?
No. It's got potential.
You know what it's got? Oh, what about this?
What?
It has
Weaver.
a double bed.
You think it's safe to sleep on that?
Sure, come on, hey. Reminds me of my old bed back in Chicago. Yeah, just a new mattress pad on this baby and some nice sheets and a bedspread, and you won't know it's the same bed.
Yeah, I have a sewing machine. I can make curtains, and tablecloths are cheap.
Yeah, we can get a couple desks in here. I can find some place.
How about a bookshelf? And I have lamps.
Yeah.
What?
How about a coat of paint on the walls?
How about it?
Oh. I love you.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I gotta get going. I gotta get Joe's car back by 9 o'clock, and so I guess I'll bring my first batch of stuff.
Okay.
Back in a second.
Okay.
Mwah. Mwah.
You are
U-M, duodenum. Let's see, that's 46 points.
Not so fast. It's here.
First part of the small intestine extending up and...
Okay. I'm impressed.
Hey, don't feel so bad, Peter. I've been playing this game for years with med students.
Hang on. A-I-N. Brain. 15 points.
Definition. Something kid brothers should use more often.
Something older sisters don't have.
Epidermis.
Okay, I've had it. This game's getting under my skin. I quit, you win.
We all win. The cake's ready.
All right. It's gingerbread's one of my favorites. She was going to fix you apple pie, but then she remembered that an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Oh, it'd take more than an apple to keep me away.
Hey, would you give me a big piece, please? Gordy's mom fixed liver. I'm still kind of hungry. Oh. Thank you. Hey, you want to watch the game with me? It's on.
I'll pass this time.
Football joke, eh? You're all right.
I'm glad you dropped by.
Well, I was on my way home from an emergency, and the next thing I knew, my car was turning into your drive.
Against your will?
No, because of it.
Don't mind me, just getting milk.
Who's going to come in next, your father?
No, I don't expect him home for another hour or so.
Oh, I saw your mom as I was leaving the hospital. She said you went down to Kingsley today. All ready for school?
I start Monday.
Well, you don't sound very happy about it. Your back's not bothering you.
Oh, no, it's fine. I do my exercises faithfully.
Oh, Becky's moving out.
How did you know?
Just a guess. Worried that you'd be lonely without a roommate?
Maybe that's it.
Where's she moving, down the hall?
Off campus with Russ.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, for both their sakes.
Dad thinks I should talk with Becky.
Well, someone should talk to her before it's too late.
Come on, Francis, give me a break. I've got enough boxes to unload 3 dorms and to... Laura,
May I come in?
sure, come on in. This still is your room, you know.
It's not quite the same somehow.
Yeah, well, a lot's happened. I thought you were Francis Miller, bringing more boxes. He's such a square, I guess a box is a natural thing for him, huh? Hey, I was going to call you.
Becky, don't move out. We can work it out.
No, Laura, we can't work it out. Too much has happened. It would be very awkward.
Russ and I are through. I'm dating Ben. Becky, I know you love Russ. It's okay.
No, it's not okay. Laura, try to understand this, okay? You were my very best friend in the whole world. And I knew what I was doing was wrong, but I did it anyway. Lori, I love Russ.
I've forgiven you, Becky.
Well, I haven't forgiven me. I mean, seeing you around here would be like a constant reminder, always a guilt trip, you know? Not because of what Russ and I did. But look what we did to you. Besides, I made other plans.
I know.
You do? Laura, I'm sorry. I mean, we're not doing this to hurt you.
I know that. I know that, Becky. But what hurts me is what you're doing to yourselves.
Oh, boy. Now I get it. You came over here to preach about the, living in sin, huh?
I haven't come here to preach, Becky.
Yes, you have. You've come here to tell me about that living together before you're married breaks one of God's holy commandments. Come on.
I'm not your judge, Becky. But God's instructions are for our own good.
Tell me about it, Miss Vestal Virgin. Lori, do you know why you couldn't hold on to Russ? It's because you were too pious. Or maybe too afraid to give him the kind of love that he needs.
You think you can hold on to Russ with sex?
Laura, you may find this hard to believe, but Russ and I love each other. That's right, Russ loves me.
There's a difference between lust and love, Becky. It's commitment. And if Russ really loves you, why doesn't he ask you to marry him?
Maybe he has.
No, Becky. Because if he had, you wouldn't be settling for second best. He's just going to use you.
Well, maybe I'm using him too, Lori. Maybe we're just using each other.
This is going to hurt you, Becky. I don't want to see that happen.
Lori, you're just saying this because you're still in love with Russ. You're jealous.
No, Becky. I'm your friend. I only want to help you.
Well, then mind your own business. Just leave us alone, all right, Lori? Because we don't need your help, or we don't need anybody's help. All right?
I'll always be your friend, Becky.